All right, what's going on, everybody? It's about 26 degrees here in Pennsylvania. Not super cold, but chilly. It's a dry cold though, so you know, like I said, it's a dry cold. It's like dry heat, you know, it's not as bad. But anyway, we're on our way up to Matt's house to start tearing down the CAT. Got to get it torn down so that after the first of the year, new tax season, we can get it down, get it line board. And well, one of my neighbors just went by. That's his old 7.3. I can hear it in the background. Just taking that thing. I know a lot of non-blue oval fans in the audience, but I'm not brand specific. I will drive just about anything. It's all about what I like in a truck. And I bought this truck because it has the center console, and it did not, you probably see my coffee cup there, did not have to be a outrageously priced pickup to be able to get that. So, and another thing I like about Fords that I wish Chevy, which is what I used to have, which I might go look at one today. There's a slightly used 2021 3/4 ton Chevy. It's about a half hour from here that I'd like to go look at. But anyway, one of the other things I like about Fords is this right here. Keyless entry on the outside, or whatever you want to call it, keypad. I mean, that's just optimal. I don't know what else to say. I got my arms full here, so got extra batteries, camera batteries, and this thing's probably going to be too heavy to have on in the garage, so I brought a lighter one. Never used to be. Oh, Jesus. Now I'm getting snow all over my seat. And all them dad noises. Getting old sucks. Been watching Letterkenny, and they were I just watched the episode about dad noises. So the only thing I don't like about this truck is it has an actual key, because it's a 2016, so it still has a key. And I really like my push button vehicles. So anyway, get off this wallet here. We're gonna get headed up to Matt's. And all right, we got second breakfast. Now we can head to Matt's. right, we made it to Matt's. I'm on my way in. That's my trailer sitting right there. It's the one I bought for hauling the engines to and from Wisconsin. He's busting my chops because I was sitting in the pickup truck. Meanwhile, this guy's in his fucking pajamas.
I am not.
Hey, everybody wants to hear the Banshee.
Which one?
I forgot to tell you that. See, that's what they don't get. There's one underneath that cover. Where's the other?
Over there.
Oh, there it is. Dude, that's the one everybody saw. This one right here is, he's got as much into that as he's got into that. So, because he's nuts.
I got my toys, you got yours.
Mine are a little more expensive, but well, let's pull the cover off that. We'll show them that, and then I don't imagine you want to fire them up inside, do you?
Not really, not right now.
I was gonna say it will smoke us out. So this is the other one that he owns. What's done to it?
Motor's stock. It's got a wrench rabbit rebuild kit in it. It's got a +4 swing arm on it, new plastics, seat's been reupholstered. Pro circuit, stainless steel pipes, SS rims, ambush tires.
It's his baby.
It only sees pavement about twice a year. It only sees outside his garage twice a year.
Spend all that money on a four-wheeler and then don't ride it.
Elka suspension shocks, they're pretty expensive.
As you can see, he likes his four-wheelers. And then we got the Bobcat.
That's my dad's.
Yeah. It's to lift that thing up. But yeah, we're not gonna fire it up today. Maybe in the spring I'll get some video of it, but I don't feel like being smoked out of this bitch today. All right, got the oil cooler pulled off of it here. It was not really all that hard, come apart pretty easy. And now we're gonna pull the water pump off of it and probably the timing set after that, timing case. Again, I'm not a mechanic. He is though. He works for a CAT dealer. So he's just giving me a hand getting this stuff pulled apart so we can get it down to line bore after the first of the year. New write-offs after the first of the year. So we're gonna get back to it. Alright, got the water pump off, got all the plugs pulled off the side of it, got this emissions hole back here opened up, and there was a plug in there, it'll be going back in there. We're going to move on to this other side over here and get all this stuff stripped off the side of it, and then we're going to do the timing cover. Alright, got all the little bolts and stuff pulled off of this side. Everything except for this dipstick tube, because pretty sure it's going to break. He's got his dog outside, so he's opening the door trying to get the dog to come back in. Anyway, pretty sure that dipstick tube's going to break if we try and pull it out, so we're going to try and knock it out from the other side. And I see we missed a fitting down here. I missed a fitting. Then we're going to pull that timing cover off of there. we got it up on blocks here, holding the block itself up so we can get the bell housing off and the timing cover off. And we're going to do that now. All right, after a fight with the front crank seal, we got it out. As you can see, it had to be manipulated a little bit. And then we got all the bolts pulled out of this timing cover, and we're gonna try and get it off of here. Full disclosure, again, I'm a truck driver, not a CAT rebuilder. So I'm learning as I go. So don't beat me up too bad in the comments. All right, so we got the timing cover pulled off, and got a surprise when we pulled the timing cover off. Have an idea on what may have taken the engine out, not entirely certain, but this cover, camshaft cover, end cover, I guess, he's on his phone, so is broke. Had two pieces of it in the timing case, so we think it may have, there's a couple wear marks on here. I don't know if the, right on that end right there, get on the right side of the camera here, can kind of see the shiny there in the camera. That big piece has a couple spots also where it's been worn, so we're thinking maybe since it was so minimal, the bearings were so minimally worn, that he just got a phone call. So, but anyway, I think it may have gotten metal shavings in the oil and it took out that main bearing. So, got some kind of idea on what went wrong with it. Now I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah.
All right, we got 4 of the cylinder packs pulled out already. These 4 center ones, and we're gonna pull out these end ones. She said that the counter bores are cut already. When we send it down to be line bored, we'll probably make the decision, or they'll tell him and he'll help me make the decision on whether it needs to be cut again or not. But again, not a mechanic, nor do I build performance engines. I mean, he's a mechanic and he knows what's going on, but I don't. I'm just here for the set of hands to tear it apart. So anyway, figured I'd show you, for those of you who have never seen it before, us pulling at least one of these, if not both of these cylinder packs up out of here. This is a puller, and it goes down in here. We're gonna have to pull these lifting bolts out of here that we got in there, but it goes down in here like this. Tighten this nut down, you put that on there, and it'll pull it up out of there. And the caps are sitting on the floor for right now. So there you have it. All right, we're gonna run this down, tighten it up inside the bore, inside the liner. Put this on like this so we don't hit that oil journal. Now, same deal, we're just going to tighten it up. It's going to pull the, I always want to swear, Gonna pull the liner up out of there. And that's it. To the back part. I'm sure your people will have you. What's a puller cost?
Probably $100.
100.
800, maybe, I don't know. It's a CAT number, so hard to tell.
Alright, so now I'm going to pull this liner up out of here. We're going to take it over to the bench so we can put the caps back on it. And then we're going to stick it in that box over there with all them other ones. Oh, we need a bearing. Now, since he's got the camera, there's that bearing, one of the bearings. You can see all them score marks on it. If you know engines, you know it shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there. You didn't tighten these down the whole way, did you?
I did, just by hand though.
Okay. Just enough to hold
That way when you grab the rod, it doesn't separate from the
right.
cap, vice versa.
That's a lie. And then it goes in the box. And that's it. And if you see the rings sitting down here, we had the rings come out of one of them when I pulled the piston up out of there. So. Alright, as you saw, we got it rolled over, and you can see where that bearing spun. For anybody that doesn't know, when you hear the bearing spun, it means the bearing actually spun on whatever it's up against, which in this case is what you call a main bearing, which is the crank. So the rest of the journals don't look too bad. A little bit polished up, but this one will probably need, well, will be turned, I'm assuming. So we're going to pull off these caps now. He's already got one pulled, as you can see. This is the one we pulled in the other video to see what the deal was. So we're going to pull all them caps off and pull that crank up out of there. So I'm going to get after it. Pitter patter! After a quick trip to Tractor Supply, we got a 3/4 inch drive socket for this ratchet slash
Old torque wrench.
old torque wrench, yeah. Breaker bar.
Because I don't have my air compressor hooked up yet, just got it.
Yeah, that was his Christmas present. But anyway, so now we're gonna make another attempt at trying to get these caps off. Got it torn down. Got the crank out. Bearings were moved. Yeah, F-U-C-T. Here's one. This one's the worst one. You can see how bad it was. And the rest of them are already in the trash, so we're gonna get this thing rolled over, get it over out of the way over here, and we're done. It's ready to go to line bore and hot tank. All right, got it moved. Crank's out of it. I think last update we had that out anyway, but got everything moved out of the way for right now. Matt's cleaning up his garage, and I'm gonna head home because my fat ass isn't used to this much work. I'm gonna help him clean up a little bit, and then I'm gonna head home. So there you go. It's torn down. Ready to go to the line bore shop. We did put the caps back in the bottom of it, obviously, for it to go to the line bore shop. Hot tank. And everything's over here. Piston packs and cylinder packs, I guess that's the appropriate term. And all the gears and bell housing and the front mount and everything's in there. So, all right. Keep a shiny side up. Safe travels. See you in the next one.